Hi, Cardinals. Today in grammar, you're going to be having a review of singular and plural nouns. So I'm going to start by explaining the difference between a singular and plural noun, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the spelling of how you would turn a singular noun into a plural noun, because there are a couple of different ways that we would do that depending on the word. So I'm going to start out by showing you the definitions of what a singular noun and a plural noun are. Now, first of all, we should probably already know that a noun is a word that describes a person, a place, a thing. Okay, so nouns can either be singular or plural. When I look at the word singular, I see that there is a base word squeezed in there. I think the base word is single. Okay, when I think of single, I think of one. Okay, so that's how I remember that when I see singular noun, it means that there is one of them. When I look over at the word plural, I think of more than one. Okay, so it could be any amount, but more than one. So when I look down here at the definitions, it says names one person, place, thing, or idea. If it's naming one, then that is considered a singular noun. For example, one cat, one cardinal, one pencil. And in fact, here we go. We have some examples here. So let me move over to the other definition. But this one says names more than one person, place, thing, or idea. And that would be a plural noun. So down here, I have some examples. This one says cats, cities, pineapples. Okay, when I hear the word cats with that S on the end, that is a signal that there is more than one. So I know that if I'm reading the word cats, cities, or pineapples, those are plural nouns. There are more than one of each. And then the other example is cat, city, pineapple. One cat, one city, one pineapple. Those are singular nouns. So let me put that over there. All right, so now we're going to read each of these sentences and we're going to identify which is the noun, and then we're going to decide, is it singular or is it plural? Okay, so I'm going to read the sentence, where are the shoes? I'm looking for a person, place, thing, or an animal, and I can see that the noun in that sentence is shoes. So I'm typing it in and I'm asking myself, is the word shoes singular or plural? If there is one of them, it's singular. If there's more than one, it's plural. And the word shoes has an S on the end, and I know that that means that there's more than one. Okay, so I'm going to put a P for plural. Next is the markers dried out. The thing in this sentence are markers, and I know that it has an S on the end, which gives me a clue that there's more than one marker. There are markers. We don't know how many, but there are a plural. It is a plural word because there's more than one. Next is the cat jumped up. The noun in that sentence, the person, place, thing, or animal, is the word cat. Okay, because it is an animal, or we could call it a thing, but it's an animal. And in that sentence, it just says the cat. So that tells me that there's only one. So I'm going to turn that into an S. It's a singular word. The fork fell down. The noun is fork. There is only one fork, so it is singular. Oh no, the television broke. The noun is television. And there's only one, so we say that it is singular. Okay, the next sentence is Mandy walked around. When I think about that sentence, it's a little different. Is there a person, place, or thing in there? Oh, yes, it's Mandy. That is the noun. So it's a person. And I'm going to write her name, Mandy. and there's only one Mandy, so that is a singular noun. Look at the cute bird. Okay, the noun in here is bird, and there's only one, so we say it is singular. The fish are here. That's an interesting one too. Okay, the noun in this sentence is fish. But then I have to ask myself, how many fish are there? If I were just talking about one fish, I would say the fish is here. But instead it says the fish are here. So I think that it's actually implying that there are more than one fish, even though the word fish doesn't change between singular and plural. And that's kind of something that we're going to be learning about. So we're going to say that that word fish is plural. Next, it says the teachers are meeting. The teachers are is the noun, and there's more than one teacher in that sentence, so we're going to say it is plural. Last here, the dogs are barking. Oops. So, sorry guys. The dogs is the noun, and there's more than one. I see that S on the end, so we say it is plural. Okay. Now, the next one talks a little bit about some of the spelling rules that we have to think about when we are changing a word from singular to plural. So I'm going to have you just direct your eyes to this column here. It says that for most nouns, if you're changing it from singular to plural, you would just add an S. For example, when you're turning one dog into many dogs, you would just add an S onto the end and make dog into dogs. Add an S. Same thing with cup turns into cups. Same thing with thing turns into things. Pen turns into pens. Paper turns into papers. All I'm doing is just rewriting the singular word of duck and adding an S to make it into ducks. Okay. X, if the word ends with an S already, or if it ends with an SH, CH, X, Z, or SS, you have to add not just one S, but you have to add ES. For example, if you have the word fox, you can't just put an X on the end, because otherwise, when you say it, it's going to sound like fox. And that just tickles my ear. So you're going to add the ES so that it sounds like foxes. Same thing with which. It's going to, you're going to add the ES so that you can make it sound like which is. Now, of course, when we say it and we're reading it in real life, we don't say which is. We would say witches. But if you really enunciate or stretch out that ES, you can kind of hear yourself say the es part. Okay, so this one, the noun, the singular noun is lunch. To make it into plural, we're going to rewrite lunch, but then add ES, so it turns into lunches. Bus already ends with an S, so you wouldn't just add another S to turn it into bus. You have to add ES, so it sounds like buses. Okay, same thing here with box. I'm rewriting box, but adding ES. And kiss, start with the KISS and then add ES. All right, good job, guys. Stick with me here. The next column is what do we do if the singular noun ends with a Y? Okay, if it ends with Y already, for example, in kitty, you are going to turn the Y into an I and then add ES. So kitty turns into kitties with an IES. Pity turns into pitties with IES. So let's do baby together. For baby, I start with B-A-B. I'm going to turn the Y into an I and now add ES. So one baby, singular, turns into plural or many babies. Same thing here with country. I can start with the beginning of country, but turn the Y to an I and add ES. Now I have countries. Spy, SP, turn the Y to an I and add ES. Same with cries. CRIES. All right, and then finally, what do you do if your word, your singular noun word, ends with an F or an FE? You're going to you're going to actually change the F into a V and then add ES. For example, we would say, I have one knife. But if you have many of them, you would say, I have many knives. We wouldn't say knives, we say knives. Same thing for leaf. One leaf or many leaves. Okay, so let's think about loaf, like a loaf of bread. We don't say I have many loaves of bread. We'd say loaves of bread. So I'm going to do LOA, drop that F, turn it into a V, and then add ES, loaves. Same for thief, thieves. Calf becomes calves, VES. And half, I have one half with an F, or I have two halves with a VES. All right, guys. Great job listening. Now you're going to go to the Google slideshow or your packet, and you're going to work on the grammar worksheets that are all about singular and plural nouns. If you get stuck, you can come back and look at this video again, or on the worksheet, there are some reminders about what to do when you're changing a word from singular to plural. All right, good work today, guys. Keep it up.